Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here. We have a brand new promo on FIFA today. I guess it's the Game of Thrones promo, A Song of Ice and Fire. But we have two new players to grind for with this versus Everton and versus Tagliafico. So not only do we have Whoppers, we have bagels today.
Tell the crew to push the Whopper button. We got bagels. Whoa!
I'm going to go over the best way, the fastest way, share with you some squads to dominate this challenge. But before we begin, if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. So Everton and Tagliafico, the way this works, you'll see there a player pick. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, a player pick from Everton? I don't want anybody from Everton, fool. But Everton's actually a left mid, left wing from Liga Portugal, Brazilian. So you can pick either his fire version or his ice version, and there's just small differences in those, but we'll go over that in a minute. So to get Everton, score 15 goals in the live FUT Friendly Renowned Rivals with a full squad of players from Brazil. So it's a brand new FUT Friendly called Renowned Rivals, and all of these require a full squad of players from Brazil. Pretty simple objectives. This one's assist 3 goals with through ball, score in 8 separate matches, and win 4 matches. Pretty simple, but it does not set up very well for golden goal because you need 15 goals, but you also have to score in 8 separate matches. So you're looking at probably your best case scenario is you get 2 quick goals and your opponent leaves, which would work nicely. Maybe we'll get a few people that play golden goal. Maybe if, you get 7 or 8 goals in a match, maybe then you could afford to play golden goal. I don't know, but EA just does not like us playing golden goal for some reason. I don't know why they don't just make a friendly golden goal. I mean, you've got a mystery ball, you've got a friendly, like where you have to get in that zone, King of the Hill, I think it is. You've got all these stupid friendly things, but you can't give us a golden goal friendly. That would be so nice, and just let us play golden goal for these objectives would be kind of fun. It would be nice knowing that you score that goal and the game ends and you win. Score, so for Tagliafico, it's the same thing, except you need a full squad of Argentina players. The only difference is this one, instead of assist 3 goals with through balls, this one's assist 3 goals with crosses. So you can play pretty much your normal way. Sometimes you have to score finesse goals outside of the box, or you have to, dribble with your head and then kick it in with your knee, So this one you can play normal, except just remember, with Argentina, you need crosses, and for Brazil, you need through balls. So that should happen fairly easily. For this particular one on crosses, generally what I do, it seems to always be at least one match that I'm kind of dominating in, but my opponent doesn't want to leave. So on those types of matches, I just start spamming crosses, try to get all of them from that, but crosses work pretty nicely. The only thing I'll mention, there's a really nice short corner routine where you can then cross in the ball. If you do a direct corner, though, that does not count as a cross, even though you're pressing the cross button. But let's take a look at the friendly. What this one's called is Renowned Rivals. And notice there are countries, regions, max 1, so your bench also needs to be from the same country. So if you've got a starting 11 of Brazil, you also need a full subs bench of Brazilian players. And lone players, max 1. So if you're lucky enough to have lone Pele, or maybe, I think Roberto Carlos had a lone card. So you had lone Roberto Carlos and lone Neymar. You can only take one of them in there. And also notice, unlike a managerial masterpiece where you can only have a 77 rated squad, this one has no restrictions on rating. So with that being said, the first thing you're going to do is check your team. Find out your best player. So for example, you're just going to go here, Brazil, rating high to low, take a look at them. I've got Vinicius Jr. second in form. I would definitely want to play with him, although I'm recommending his gold version. That's one reason I don't have him down here. So check your team first. There's no rating restrictions. So if you've got Neymar, if you've got R9, if you've got Pele, if you've got Ronaldinho, you can take all of those guys into the team. So you want to make your best team. The team I'm recommending, though, are some good, cheaper players that will play well. So, put your Vinicius out there. I've also got Marquinhos. And then fill in the gaps with some of these players that I'm recommending. This is what we're playing for as Everton. I'll make one point real quick. The only thing that's kind of frustrating, A couple days ago, EA released team of the group stage Galeno, who is a left mid from Liga Portugal from Brazil. Same thing as Everton. I wish they could have switched that up a little bit, maybe given us something a little bit different. I don't know. And I'll give a quick shout out. Oh, and speaking of that, it seems like EA does that from time to time. We've got David Neres, right wing, Brazilian from Ajax, and there's also either right mid or right wing, Anthony, Brazilian right wing, right mid from Ajax. So I'm not sure why we have that sometimes. Seems like they could vary it up a little bit, change positions, release a different player. I don't know. So these are the players I'm going to recommend. Gabriel Jesus at striker. Now he is in the Fire Squad packable, so his card could go up a little bit. If so, then look at Richarlison would be another solid option. At left wing, I'm going to recommend Vinicius Jr. if you don't already have one. If you don't already have one, try to get one of the special Vinicius Jr. cards. He is absolutely insane this year. My 100% my favorite card. At right mid, we're looking at Rafinha. You could also use Lucas Moura, would be just fine. Cunha is going to be my other attacker. So my 4 attackers are going to be Vinicius, Jesus, Rafinha, and Cunha. My 2 defensive mids are, my more like, I guess defensive mids. Even though Fred's not the most defensive mid, he does have some defending to link up play. Fred and Allen is what I'm looking at. Fred will be my more attack-minded defensive mid, and Allen's going to be more of my bulldog. At left back, you've got several options. There's Renan Lodi, there's Telles, Marcelo would even be fine. There's even Apollo Otavio that's like 76 rated that would play just fine. At center back, if you don't have Marquinhos is exceptional this year, but Militao and Diego Carlos are both nice, solid options. Militao is a little bit more expensive. Now, when I say expensive, that's compared to a normal 82. He was like 2,200 to 2,500 coins when I look, so not expensive, but expensive compared to like a discard 82. Militao, though, is worth putting out here. At right back, there's not as many options. Emerson is the best Brazilian right back. And then unless you happen to have Ederson or Alisson, then just put Neto or whatever Brazilian goalkeeper you have. And just somebody to occupy some space right there will be fine. I'll give a shout out at level 30. You maybe want to grab Lincoln because if you're completing Everton, that's going to be a strong link. Lincoln is Brazilian Liga Portugal. Everton's Brazilian Liga Portugal. So that would be a strong link right there between 2 free cards, 2 nice cards. Now, as far as which Everton to take, let's see. Can I just do this? Let's see. If I change this to left mid, let's put concept players on. Okay, yeah, so here's the 2 different versions, and there's Galeno as well. So Everton is, it's the exact same thing except for shooting and passing. As far as what I would take, I think I would take this version with the passing boost. The shooting, you could probably put some type of chem style to boost it up a little bit, but it's not that drastic of an increase. So if you just look at the top 3 shooting stats, I'm looking at attack, positioning, finishing, shot power, 84, 85, 87 on this one, on the boosted one, versus 80, 81, 83. So it's not like that drastic of a boost. But on this passing one, we're talking about 89 vision, 89 short passing versus 81 vision, 81 short passing. So I think I would take the one with the passing boost and then try, you could put a hunter on them, or probably not a hunter, probably put a hawk on them. You could put a deadeye on them, maybe even a deadeye. Deadeye would probably actually be better because I think he's got enough pace as it is. You could maybe even do, the dribbling's already really nice. You maybe could do something else, but probably something like a Deadeye I would say would be the best for Everton. But I think I would take the one with the passing boost already on them. I think it looks a little bit better. Now, as far as Tagliafico goes, let's bring up the Tagliafico squad. Argentina, son. It was actually a lot harder to make an Argentina squad. It just seemed like there's not as many of those mid-level Argentinian players that will play as well. Seems like you either need to spend a little bit more or just sacrifice in quality. But again, you want to check your squad first and foremost. And I happen to have Simeone's Player of the Month card. I really enjoy this card. I have Correa. I've got Martinez from a red pick, so he would become my keeper. So again, there's no rating restriction. Check your squad. Use your best available players. I'll give a quick shout out right here. If you want to try out a different card, try out this FUT Heroes I want to say he's 30,000, 25 to 35,000, somewhere in that range. So and that's what I do sometimes on these objectives. I try to make them fun. I try to try out some new cards. So Milito I actually had in my Serie A team, you know, a month or two ago. I don't know. All this runs together. And I enjoyed him. Now, he's not the most fun card in the world to play with, but he's strong. If you enjoyed watching Milito, especially with that insane Mourinho Inter team, then, you know, you may want to just play with Milito for some fun. And, you know, a reasonably valued option if you haven't played with any Heroes cards. Milito is a fun card to play. Or, again, not as fun. He's fun once you get him in the box. Like, when he's in the box, he's strong and powerful and buries most of his chances, but he's not fun in the terms of, like, Vinicius Jr., like, dribble around everybody. He's fun when you get it to him in the box, ready to shoot. He's fun there. A couple other one I would say, Dybala, you maybe would want to get. I love Dybala when I had him in my team, but these are the cards I'm going to recommend. We're talking about Alvarez's second in form. I had this card as a red pick at one point. I think I used them in our terrible red pick upgrade, or maybe I used them for something else. I don't know, but this Alvarez card is really strong. It was about 12 to 14,000 coins. So basically guaranteed to not lose any coins if you happen to buy him. But this is an outstanding card. Would recommend him. Correa is very affordable and outstanding. Gomez, you kind of want to make a choice here on who you want to go with. You could go with Dybala, you could go with Gomez, but I think for this Argentina team, you just need a little bit more oomph and attack, and it seems like there's some nice high-end options, but then it's just like it just drops off so much that there's just not that much else out there that's available. For my other attacker, you can go with Martinez. This is a much cheaper option, but if you look at his stats, like 90 agility, 87 balance, good dribbling, so he's going to feel good in game, and he's basically discard value. For my defensive mids, we've got DePaul and Lo Celso. However, on this team, I've got Acuna. The main reason I have Acuna here instead of Tagliafico is I wanted to make sure we had Tagliafico here. If you've got the left back Tagliafico already, the gold rear version, you don't have to buy Acuna. But what I think I might actually do in this team is move Lo Celso to left back and put Acuna in the midfield, because there weren't a lot of great like defensive midfielder options, and Acuna is just a wizard in the midfield. And so I think I would do that. I would rather have, you know, your link-up play, your CDMs, your CMs are so much more important than your left back, so I'd rather have Lo Celso kind of wasted a little bit at left back and have Acuna in the midfield, if that makes sense. So I'd probably play DePaul and Acuna at left back and probably move Lo Celso to left back. For my center backs, Romero's definitely a very good option. I would definitely recommend him. And then Martinez is a good option. At right back, there's not many options. Montiel will probably be your best option. And then at keeper, if you don't have Martinez, then, you know, whatever Argentinian goalkeeper you can get. As far as what we're playing for here, we're talking about Tagliafico. Let me see if I can maybe I can just go here, left back. Concept players on country Argentina, so we can take a look at the difference. On this one, I think it's a defending and dribbling difference. They've got Acuna in the middle of them here. So yes, so this one, same pace, same shooting, same passing, difference dribbling, difference defending. So this one you need to pick if you want the dribbling boost or the defending boost. And let's take a look at this one. I prefer the dribbling boost. I'll just go ahead and say it. And the reason is, if you look at this one with the dribbling boost, 86 agility, 91 balance, and then we'll compare it to the other one. 81 agility, 85 balance. So that's a pretty big drop off in agility and balance, which is what's going to make your card feel good in game. Versus on this card, 84 defensive awareness versus 87 defensive awareness. So it's only a +3 difference in defensive awareness. I would rather have the agility. You're going to put a shadow on him already, I would say, just to get that pace boosted up. And so if you put a shadow on him, you're talking 96 acceleration, 98 sprint speed. His defensive awareness then is going to go up already to like 89. So I think that's going to work out better, and he's going to feel much better in game. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for now. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, but I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.